watching famous Dave on YouTube.
What's up? Good morning and welcome to another lovely morning on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, as we are confronted by a rally of epic proportions in GameStop yesterday afternoon. Now, is this the first time we've seen GameStop rally? No, of course not. But people are chasing after those good old days of a couple years ago, right? In January of 2021, when this stock exploded to the upside, people are like, let's do it again. It worked last time. Let's do it again. Let's look at the chart behind me for a second. And my what I would propose to you is that the more that this stock rallies, the less room it has to kind of move higher. And I know that might sound obvious, but every time we make a little move up, we're getting to a spot where some people got in and they're looking to get out. This company and its prospects are pretty well known at this point. Their plan of kind of switching from a brick and mortar store to an online presence, which they already have a bit, but switching to be like the next, Steam or something like that, and starting an NFT marketplace, that's all been widely known for a while. So the other thing that's been widely known for a while is, if I get out of the way here, you'll see. Look that right down there in the bottom. You see that little telephone with the number? Let's see if we can can we blow that up? Let's see if we can blow that up. All right, so that telephone with a number, let's blow that up and see what that looks like here in high definition. Whoa, look at that high definition, right? See that number there? What does that say? It says negative 208. Now, if a number for earnings is negative, that means the company's not making money, right? And if we go back in time here, we can see that this isn't just for like the quarter that the company isn't making money. The company hasn't been making money for a long time, right? So you might look online and see all this hype over this company, and see these people online saying, this is the mother of all short squeezes and we're going to the moon. In the end, there has to be something behind a company for it to sustain a valuation. I know that might sound shocking to some of you who have been brought up to think that cryptos and stocks just go up because people want them to, or people think that this company is going to the moon, and just based on the fact that a bunch of people want it to go to the moon, it goes to the moon. But it turns out that companies actually have to do something to maintain a stock price. They either have to make money for their shareholders. I know that's a shocking concept. Or they have to be growing. Some companies don't make money. For example, Amazon for a long time in its history did not make money because what they were doing is they were expanding, right? They go from one warehouse to a bigger warehouse to a bigger warehouse to more market share. They'd move up. And so, although they weren't turning a profit, they were expanding. The company's prospects were looking brighter and brighter. They were taking over market share. Well, that's not really the case with GameStop here, right? They've added a couple extra joysticks and mouses in their stores. They've come up with some NFT ideas to have an NFT marketplace. But beyond that, the hype is all based on basically air in social media. Let's take a look. If I type NFT into the browser, let's take a look at NFT news. So I'm going to go NFT and news. And let's see how NFTs are doing. Okay, let's see. The tangled truth about NFTs and copyright. The law around NFTs is complicated. Many prospects fail to answer the basic questions about who really owns the rights, not just the tokens. Theft, fraud, and lawsuits in the world's biggest NFT marketplace. Let's see, from 2 days ago. Can you see this, or am I in the way? I guess I'm in the way. All right. Chris Chapman used to own one of the most valuable commodities in the crypto world, a unique digital image of a spiky-haired ape dressed in a spacesuit. Mr. Chapman bought the non-fungible token last year as a widely hyped series of digital collectibles called the Bored Ape Yacht Club became a phenomenon. In December, he listed his Bored Ape for sale on OpenSea, the largest NFT market price, setting the price at about $1 million. 2 months later, he got ready to take his daughters to the zoo. As he got ready to take his daughters to the zoo, OpenSea sent him a notification. The ape had been sold for roughly $300,000. A crypto scammer exploited a flaw in the OpenSea system to buy the ape for significantly less than its worth, said Mr. Chapman, who runs a construction business in Texas. Last month, OpenSea offered him about $30,000 in compensation, he said, which he turned down in hopes of negotiating a larger payout. The company has made a lot of stupid, dumb mistakes. All right, so this is the largest NFT marketplace, and they're having problems. So this is the company who GameStop is looking to enter this business. Now, this business, I think pretty much anyone could say is a sketchy business, right? So that's their future, is in this sketchy business that we know nothing about, or that really has been, it's kind of like Crocs. Have you heard of Crocs, those shoes? It's kind of like Crocs. They become popular for a few minutes and then kind of fizzle out. So if we look at the chart, let's go back to our chart of GameStop here, okay? It rallied yesterday. Now, people on social media would be saying that this is like the next coming of the Messiah or something. And you can see the stock has been able to kind of get to the point where it was back in January. If we go back a little further, we can see, if we look at this, a 6-month chart, it still appears to kind of be in a downtrend. Would you agree? Right? And it really hasn't broken new ground to the upside. Sometimes they talk about when you break new ground to the upside as a sort of a blue sky. Well, this is kind of a gray sky here. And yes, a bunch of people jumped in here, but the farther it kind of goes higher, the less prospects are to move higher, in my opinion, because this company just has not turned a corner. And even if there's some bright news out there, we're still at a lofty valuation for a company that's losing money. So there was a online social media thing that was showing somebody who's bearish this staying awake all night while someone who owned the stock sleeping like a baby. And I would venture to speculate that the opposite could be true here, because really the higher this goes, I mean, so what happens if for some reason the stock actually makes it to 200? Then where does it go? I mean, there's just not a lot of hope out here for this stock, because there's no new news. They don't really have a plan, and the details of whatever plan they have at this point don't appear to be very solid. So that's where we kind of are. I think that now, what position do I have? I lost money on this move up. Surprise, surprise. My position currently is quite small, but what I have on is I have on this calendar, put calendar. So I'm long the July 22 puts that expire on 22 July. I'm long the 105 puts, and I'm short the same 105 puts that expire in 9 days. So it's a position that it's currently showing just collecting $1 a day in decay, and it's showing me short 38 deltas. That means each dollar it goes up, I lose $38. Each dollar goes down, I gain $38. So maybe you could call it a relatively small position. I feel very comfortable being short this at this level, at the 140 level, with 44 days to go on my position. I feel extremely comfortable. Even if there's sort of rally $10, I still feel extremely comfortable because it just doesn't feel like the stock has very far to go to the upside. Even if some great news comes out, it seems like the stock is already valued to the stratosphere, especially for someone that's losing money and continues to miss earnings. So feeling very comfortable here. This is my position. I might add to it if we were to achieve, let's say, 150 or even 200. I would think that would be a great opportunity for me to add to this position. Now, I'm not telling you what to do with your positions at all because that's really up to you. And, if you want to get long this stock, more power to you. Jump right in there. That's up to you. But for me, this stock's a piece of garbage and it's going nowhere. Meanwhile, in other news, for my 401k, I went ahead and I bought the SPY, SPY, a few days ago. And this is, I believe, a great place to put your money in a 401k. The SPY is an ETF that captures the general market of stock. So the market's up, you make money. The market's down, you lose money. And I think it's a good spot here to jump in just because we've had a sell-off already this year. So I would not be getting in at the top, so to speak. And thus, I sort of jumped in. Here is a chart of the SPY. And I guess I got in right around here, around the 414 area, I believe, something like that. And the high achieved out here last December was 479. And, the market moves down 10%, you lose 10%. Market moves up 10%, you gain 10%. It's a boring but reliable way to capture the gains of the stock market. And boring but reliable sounds like a good way to go for long-term savings for me. Thanks for checking me out. If anything I say makes sense to you, share this video with a friend and press the subscribe button, press the, all that YouTube stuff, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.